This nigga just came out of nowhere with that
Scaring
shit.
the hoes, bro.
Put the mask on. Yo.
Did he have a mask on when you walked up to us?
That night?
Yeah.
I don't even know, bro. I was like 4 or 5 beers in.
Damn, nigga.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nigga, I was on them
That shit was
double
funny
shots
as
of
hell.
bourbon last night.
Urban.
Bourbon's that shit, bro.
Urban, not that shit.
Bro, you know they was fighting in the bathroom.
What bathroom?
That's why I left. It was
At the union?
yeah.
Who was fighting in the bathroom?
Oh, so Buddy had punched another dude in the face. And his homie held him and was like, "Yo, get your lick back." But the dude was leaking, like he was leaking bad. I said, "Bro, the bathroom too small for this." I don't know.
Bro, we should have fight that night too.
Oh, a slingshot.
At Slingshot, bro. It was a whole fight at Slingshot.
Y'all had went to Slingshot too?
Yeah.
I was in there too.
You was in there late? It was like, we was in there late.
Like when I left there,
Yeah.
I went over there. Yeah, I stayed to about probably 1 maybe.
Bro, we was there over there.
I
at
ain't
that
seen no
time,
fight.
bro.
We had dip though.
It was right in the middle,
Bro,
like in
it
front of
was
the
real
bar,
quick.
bro.
It was
quick.
real
It was like
quick.
2 punches and a big ass buff bodyguard nigga
Damn.
came and grabbed him.
Nigga swam through the crowd smooth as hell and grabbed me, bro.
They said the car full again? Fuck it, bro. Just use that.
Did you delete?
You can, yeah. Just look at that.
I really like this view right here.
All right.
Did you delete the stuff off the SE?
Yeah, but I guess I gotta delete more of it. But we ain't got time for all that shit. We already started.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and move the camera over if you want. I mean, if it's straight right there, it's straight. I mean, well, actually, don't, because that one's wobbly as fuck. Well, we back again with another episode of the Swepper Podcast with the gang again. It was Deric Sway. And, you know the gang again. If you haven't met everybody, we'll reintroduce everybody again.
Just made it with an X.
This nigga with the X.
Eric Carter, a.k.a. E-Money.
And I guess...
Marcus. My voice just cracked. What? Marcus?
I guess Marcus, man, who owns 704 Horsemen?
Yeah, 704
owns 704 Horsemen.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of horses and shit. And he's lived the life of a black cowboy.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard about those niggas on horses until I met Marcus.
Y'all should stay clowning with that too.
Yeah, even though I'm from
I
Alabama,
swear.
well, even though my family's from Alabama, I've never seen like a black guy have like a ranch or deal with anything with horses for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen it before, have y'all?
Hell no. There's a you gonna talk about that guy that look like Brandon?
Asshole.
You turn my headphone up?
Yeah.
I don't know which one this is.
You and
though.
Greg are the only people I know who actively like have multiple horses. That's it.
Yeah.
What'd you
Like
get?
I'm usually okay. So I do own the company 704 Horsemen, but it's like family owned. Like okay, I bought a horse, but the other 15, my dad bought. I just do like the whole business part of it came from me. Like, cause it was literally just like we still do community stuff. Like I don't always charge people to come do something. Like if it's kids want to learn something or just people in general, all the time I don't charge them because it's not all about the money. You know,
Yeah.
it's about like the connection and like
Experience?
yeah, cause like even if I did it for free, like I gained a new like fan base or like family member. You know, because I treat everybody like family. So it's more than just it's more obviously money pays bills and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's more than that. Like, and that's kind of like where it go wrong. Like with some companies and stuff, they just be focused on the money. The money gonna come. You
That's
know,
a fact.
but like just get the connection and stuff because the connection you can get can like take you way further.
And also loving what you do. Like,
Yeah.
you the only guy I generally know. Like, you generally like horses. Like,
Yeah.
You giving them names and you saying they have attitudes and
Nah,
shit. Like, you
yeah.
generally like love horses. That's pretty dope.
You do got to be passionate about like what you
Yeah.
do or whatever, because like there's gonna be days where it's rough. You know, every day ain't gonna be good. You know, you gonna have rainy days, but like on those rainy days, you still gotta be motivated to do it. Even if you don't want to do it, you still gotta be able to do it.
Because like, you got to take care of them day to day, basically, don't you?
Yeah. And like luckily for me, like I got like a team base. So like it's me, my dad, and like my uncle or whatever. So like my dad usually be in Monroe for the most part. Right, bro. I used to go out. You remember when I used to work at Corona, bro? I used to leave work from Concord and drive all the way to Monroe.
you
And that's
used to
like
tell
an
me that
hour
shit,
and
yeah.
30-minute drive, like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing
that's
that
crazy.
every day. And then I switched back to the Charlotte stable when COVID kind of got like crazy and they were shutting everything down. And that's actually like when I blew up because like people were trying to find like they were supporting black-owned businesses and like people were trying to find like activities to do like outside doors, like going to the park and stuff like that. You know, you couldn't go to the club or nothing because it was all shut
Everything
down.
was shut down.
Yeah.
So like my I ain't gonna say my first big thing, but like what kind of like skyrocketed was like this guy named like J No Truth, whatever. He was like he worked for like BET. He was like one of the people that was like basically like a host basically. So he had came out and like this. I really didn't even. I treat everybody the same no matter like who you are or whatever. So I didn't even know who he was. Yeah. Like he came out and like he just like shouted me out and just like I was blowing up on Facebook, like Instagram was blowing up. It was just blowing up everywhere. Like
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta treat everybody like they normal person.
Yeah, fact. Then like it's crazy because like I didn't even charge him. I just told him to come or whatever. So that's why I say like it ain't all about the money or whatever. Because like before that, like people don't even know like I was in an Apple commercial. So like if you Google hometown. Like the Apple commercial, because this is when they was big on like black people and like black business and stuff like that. So I used to work at Forever 21 like
I'm gonna
4 or 5 years ago.
Put it on here too.
Yeah.
So,
I'll send it to you if you want me to.
Yeah, just send it to me so I can put it on here.
I used to work at Forever 21 4 or 5 years ago, right? Yeah. And a girl that worked there with me, she's like a known photographer now or whatever. So like for Black History Month, Apple had like basically nominated her for like Charlotte to be like to represent Charlotte, and she like hit me up asking me to be in the commercial.
Oh shit, that's dope! I even know you was I gotta see that shit. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. They came to the staple or like
they came to my Charlotte stable and like it was crazy because like I'm used to being around cameras, but it was like a ton of cameras. But like they were like trying to like advertise like I think it was like a new lens or something like that they got for like the iPhone. It was something they're trying to advertise, but basically I had like an iPhone strapped to my head and like strapped to my chest, and I was just basically doing my normal stuff like brushing a horse, riding a horse. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. What the hell? That's dope. Black Horseman, man. The only one I know. That's what in the city. When'd you get started? Like you said, you bought one, but like
so I got started.
You been like around horses since you was young, or it was just something you came along into?
Well, really, I kind of started late because like at the age of 14, that's like late compared to other people that started like 4 or 5, 8. So that's like late.
That's what I was meaning. Like,
but that's still like kind of early coming in the game, I guess, for like black people. Because like, I mean, I can't really say that because like a lot of people just don't know about like the history of cowboys and cowgirls and stuff. Like, there's a lot of us and stuff like that, but we just don't have like the platform to like kind of get us out there, and like we just don't have like really nobody kind of like
cowboys like. It was black cowboys back in the day, right? If I'm not mistaken, but were they like the first ones, or did it start with black people?
So it really did start with us, or whatever. But like like in high school and stuff like that, they don't teach us.
What's that one black cowboy that's known? It's one of them. It was on some movie I forgot I was watching. His name was Nat Turner. He was a black cowboy, but that wasn't his real name. It was actually a real cowboy, a black cowboy back in the day who was really known. I think he was like a bounty hunter or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I gotta look it back up. When I find it, I'm gonna post it up here.
I'm gonna look up something right now. Shoot.
Yeah, go ahead. But so you started at 14?
Yeah, it's a famous stable like here in Charlotte that's like black owned.
Yeah, what?
The M stable, like off of Statesville Avenue.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I started off at.
Oh, you started working there first?
Nah, like started riding horses and stuff. There.
Okay.
Like I started there. Well, you don't know Greg, but Kenny know Greg. Yeah, he started there. Like we all started there. And just kind of like eventually over time, y'all kind of just started like branching off. But we still like we'll come together and stuff. But we still just kind of like do our thing. But if we ever like if he ever needed me, if I ever needed him, like we don't have an issue with coming together. So
that's dope. Yeah, hold on, I got this damn cord.
But how I started, at age 14, I was just like freshman year high school. Yeah, so. All through high school, nobody even knew I had like horses and stuff. They didn't even know I rode horses. Cause like,
so your family already had some before then?
No, so before they know.
Oh, okay.
The way I got into it was my dad went to go play golf and came back with 2 horses and different 2. Yeah.
Wait, what?
He went golfing with the homies.
And he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come back. You know what? These horses is nice. Yeah."
It wasn't like planned, I always say it's like a midlife crisis when like older guys get that certain, they just start buying stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's how it was or whatever.
Hey, my dad went to the city.
Yeah,
that nigga bought a motorcycle, all type of Mercedes. I said, "Nigga, what are you doing? What the fuck?"
Motorcycle.
But I mean, it was a switch because like before that, I used to drive like mini motorcycles and dirt bikes. Yeah. So you know how like now it's coming back where people be riding the four-wheelers and dirt bikes in the road. So like I was already doing that because my dad used to be a president of a biker club. So I was already like, that wasn't nothing new. Like going to the strip and like watching the races and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was already like doing that, but just not as crazy as they doing it, you know.
Yeah.
But I was already. It wasn't nothing new, but like it kind of just got crazy. So like I think that's why he kind of just wanted to switch to something different.
You be riding them on the road, don't you?
Yeah,
is it legal to ride them on the road?
Yeah, so people don't know like what a police officers don't know that, but like the average person don't know like that's public transportation.
A horse.
Yeah,
So I can hop on a horse. And
and ride on the road. Yeah,
you can't go on the highway though, can you?
I would, but I mean that wouldn't be safe for you.
I know. I'm
yeah,
just funny. Yeah.
So like the only thing we have to worry about really is like when they poop and stuff. Like so if they poop like here, like in Charlotte and stuff like that, like the city will clean it up or whatever. But like it's some some parts of like Charlotte was like they consider like the outskirts or whatever, and you got to pay for your trash. So like stuff like that. Even though it's public transportation, I pick it up, man. Like I'll carry like dog bags and stuff like that and just pick it up.
Man.
Yeah,
I went down to New Orleans, bro, on Bourbon Street, and they, the cops out there, they be on horses.
Yeah.
They just let them shit on the side of the street, and it stink up the whole street. I'm like, do nobody come and clean this? Like, what is going on here? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, the laws are different or something,
bro.
That's a different one.
That's different shit, bro.
That shit's huge, bro.
No, it is. It is. It is.
Like an average size of a human man, bro.
But the way I usually do it, so like he don't poop so much. Like if I know I'm about to ride, I'll feed him later on. Because if I feed him before, he's just gonna be pooping like the whole.
What the horses eat? Just like grass,
hay, grass, grain. Like it's different kind of like it's like you go to PetSmart, you get your dog like dog food. It's different types of like dog bags and dog food you can get. It's a different kind of grain stuff you can get your horse.
Oh, okay.
So
my friend fed her horse peppermints.
Yeah, you can give him that.
Yeah.
Salt blocks, sugar cubes, all that.
They eat all that shit.
What's it? I know the sugar cubes from Red Dead Redemption.
I bought that game. I put it for like a week and just uninstalled it, man.
That's my shit.
I used to hate it, bro. Because they be
Shit.
trolling too much in there.
Really?
They do. They'll lasso you up and like throw you on the back of the horse. Like, but you can break loose though. But like, it'd be annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I played the first one when it came out. Like when I had the PS.
He said this is not how it really be.
Oh God, I think it was bad as fuck. Horses don't really do this shit. Horse can't jump that. No, for real. I feel you. When you actually doing some shit, then you see somebody else trying to do it and it's not right.
It's like, nah, bro.
It's not right, bro. It's not right at all. Well, after you, when you started buying, when you got the Force horses and shit, like when did you think about making it a business? Like when I started getting staples.
All right. So honestly, like, I got the idea of like making it into a business from like my stepmom.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like it still is a hobby, but like it's something that's an actual business too. You know, I enjoy it. So like I didn't really know where I was going with this. I just kind of like took a risk, honestly.
Yeah.
And my stepmom, like Airbnb got Airbnb Experience.
No.
So like if you go on the app, right? If you got the app, if you go on the app, there's just Airbnb where you can book like where you want to stay, and then at the bottom it says like Airbnb Experience, like where people can host stuff. Basically. So like say if you're an artist and you want to host like an art class, something like that, as long as like Airbnb approve it, you can host it. And like you can get paid for it too. So like I went that route because my stepmom, she sent me the link and I was reading over it or whatever and I just went for it. And like so I was doing I was like hosting like trail rides at my Charlotte stable and we would ride like a abandoned golf course.
Oh, okay.
And people was coming like from like all over, like from Chicago, like Texas, like all over, but not for me, but they were just coming to Charlotte, but then they happened to see that was offered, so they were coming or whatever. I was doing that for like a little while, and then I just started getting a little bit smarter. I was like, I need to like start doing an actual business with this, you know?
Yeah.
So
with the experience is like you post that you have like what do you post? Like,
so like you know how people can just leave reviews on like Airbnb, like once they leave, it's the same thing. So like and like the money and stuff like that, I don't handle none of the money until like after it's done and stuff like that. So like if they cancel or something like that, I mean they get their money back, but like I can put like if you cancel within like 2 days, like you only get this much back or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it was like kind of like one of those things where it was like a safe thing because I didn't have to deal with the money, but it was like I needed to start like being more smarter because like basically cut out the middleman. The middleman was basically Airbnb. So like one of my good friends, her name's Jada. She's like specialized in like making websites and stuff like that. That's just what she does. And this is when she was in school, so she needed like stuff to work on, like projects and stuff, just to have on her portfolio. So she helped me out and like basically built my website for free.
Oh, fast.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the same thing with my homie Chavo with music video. When you first start with stuff, you gotta just go ahead and
Do free stuff.
Yeah,
like
for
do
real.
free stuff or just do it, or just go ahead and get the experience.
Even when you get big or whatever, you don't forget like where you came from, where you started.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Yeah.
get too big and be like, well, you got to pay this and that now. Like, cool, you can have your price, keep your price what it is, but also be willing to do free stuff too. Because like, it ain't, like I said in the beginning, it's not all about the money. It's about the connection.
I feel like
too.
for people to even want to do something for free, they gotta already have like a passion for what they're doing. Like they already really like doing it, so sometimes they don't mind. But like, I'll do it anyway. I like doing this.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm getting forced to.
True. Because like when I first started off, and like I started making money from it, and I was still like doing stuff for free too. I ain't gonna sit here in front like, yeah, I was still like, damn, like I kind of need the money, but like just the connection I know I'm about the bond I'm about to get from them and stuff like that's gonna be way better and like longer lasting than like just charging them for it.
Yep. It's different type of capitals you can
Yeah.
make. And then-
You always talking about that, like getting connection and experience is sometimes way better than just charging everybody for stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all keep going.
Oh, yeah. You ain't fucking shit up.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no. I
But
don't know what this is.
also like going into it, like it was like a lot of trial and error. It still is trial and error for me because like
It's always learning, like when you starting something.
because it's kind of like like my dad got the trunk company and all this and that, but it's like also too like I really didn't have nobody to kind of like show me like what to do. I didn't really have like a mentor to be like, oh, like you need to do this and that and that and that. Like I just kind of I went for it or whatever. Like my hardest thing was like, so I took the prices off my website. Like so people like when they message me because it makes you like fill out a form and it comes straight to my email.
Yeah.
So like it makes them like ask or whatever like what the price is and all that. But I intentionally took it off because like it was more of like I had to kind of like cut my circle too because I had people like helping me in a sense, but like they were just more focused on like the money
part
or whatever, and like they
It's
was kind of
always
like
an issue.
it was kind of like pocket watching or whatever, like
Yeah.
seeing like because they know like you make like it costs this and that to do that, so like I know he made this that for this many hours or whatever. So I to eliminate that, I just kind of like cut that off
Yeah.
or whatever because it was causing too much drama, and like once people start to see like you making some money from it, like you start to see like who your real friends is and like who was really rocking with you or whatever. That's like basically that's one of the ways you can tell like who rocking with you. And when it involves money, you're gonna tell who really rocking with you. And when you down bad, that's when you're gonna tell who really rocking with you. And I like through the process of that, like I learned like people that's really rocking with me. They here with me right now, which is like my dad, my uncle, and my cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like I had friends in the mix too, but like I heard people say like don't mix business with friends. You can do that as long as y'all all got the same mindset or whatever. But like, no matter if your homie or not, I know everybody want to help their homie and stuff. I had to learn the hard way. Like, if they don't at least bring something to the table, and it ain't gotta be like money or this and that. But if they don't have like some kind of drive like on their own, like don't do it with them because like all it is it's just gonna drag you down like in the long run. I had to learn that the hard way. Like for me, like. I ain't gonna like name dropping them like that, but like I had like some people that I was like helping out, helping me with the party and stuff like that. And like I did the mistake of like what owner gives somebody like half of like what they make.
True.
Like when you setting up everything, you doing everything, you taking your service to the people, but you giving them half. You probably don't know nobody that was doing that, but I was doing that or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean. It bit me in the butt in the long run, and like I was showing them like how to like create invoices and like get customers and stuff like that. But like it was like through my business or whatever. But in the long run, it was just I came to find out like it was just like kind of getting plotted on for the most part.
I feel like it's hard to do business with family and friends because when it comes to like family and friends, a lot of them they feel entitled because they're family.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When it comes to like fucking with money or anything like that, like they already feel entitled. Like, oh, he's trying to get this money. He ain't even think about throwing me this yet or that yet. It's like, wait, like that's not what this all was about. First of all, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of family members and friends, when they get involved with them, that's what it started becoming. It's like, nigga, you supposed to be giving me money too. Like you came up now, like we're mine.
Facts.
And also too, like I think like because. You could do bad business with anybody, but with the friends and family, I think it's like if you do it with somebody else, like there's no attachment.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
With your friends, it's like a combination of what he was just saying, but it's like, oh well, they might see you a certain way, and they might, like you said, they might feel entitled or whatever. But you do with somebody else, it's like, oh, he has value, I have value. Y'all can become friends, but it's like there's no like.
That's the quickest way to fuck up shit.
Yeah,
money, fucks can fuck things up, bro.
Yeah, but I just had to learn it the hard way because like I didn't have no one like as my mentor just to tell me like not to do this and that. I just had to like trial and error, man. Like
that's how it's supposed to be. Man. That's how it's supposed to be. Like even with this podcast I'm doing, I'm just going on. Like it's the beginning, so I'm not really too focused on anything like heavy right now. I'm just going along learning trials and errors. What's good conversations and what's not, and what's working, what doesn't work.
Yeah. So like for me, like now I just I keep it with the family. Like me, my dad, my uncle, and my cousin. Like I mean, I'm down for like collabs and stuff like that, but like as in like putting somebody else like on my team to like be in like with the 704 Horsemen and like dealing with that, I done had 3 bad experiences, so I'm just like I'm done. And all 3 were like close friends. Yeah. So
all over something with money.
Money and like when people start to get some clout, or like for instance, like when 704 Horsemen blew up, like some people just started to act differently or whatever. And I feel like you should always be the same no matter what situation you're in.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Money will definitely change people. It's going to change you regardless, but it depends on what.
It's going to bring out your character.
Yeah.
It's not going to change you. It's just going to bring out whoever you
really are.
Yeah, like if you have money, what would you do with it? You probably, do the shit that you really feel you do, but you can't because you don't have that power yet. But
if you're a dickhead with $5, you're going to be a dickhead
with
you feel me?
That part.
Now you said like that when you was coming up or whatever, like you didn't have a mentor. And I know at a certain point, mentors are like they'll get you to the next level. But I don't see too many mentors in this.
Like I had obviously I had like my dad, my uncle. Like that's my role model. I mean that's my flesh and blood. But like I didn't have nobody to kind of guide me, like show me how to like run the business, like tell me what I should be doing, like setting the prices and stuff like that. I'm like I didn't have none of that. I just.
So you ain't like it's not a lot of other people. Is there a lot of other staples out here in Charlotte?
Yeah,
I don't really know.
There's a lot of staples out here. There's like other like horse companies, like so there's like the Charlotte Cowboys, which is Greg. There's like the Trailbred Riders. They're more of a group though. They do like birthday parties, but they're more of just like a group, and like they all host like parties for like other people that got horses to come and like ride and like you don't have to have a horse, but you come and party and stuff. Like Trailbred is like the more of like the party. The party group, I would say 704 Horsemen and like, the Charlotte Cowboys are like more like the business side. But like we both do like community stuff too.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So that's the saying. You never really like met anybody else at other staples that were like kind of helped you with starting your own staple and business.
Well, nah, because like I was in a situation where like basically like the stables and stuff. Like my dad kind of already.
Oh, he already. Okay, yeah.
So. I mean, I did learn some stuff, like, here and there when I was starting off. Like, I mean, I may learn how to, like, put a saddle on a horse, stuff like that, I learned that. I mean, my dad taught me that, too, but, like I used to ride around on a horse and stuff with Greg and all them. So, like, they taught me stuff, But, like, on the business side, nobody taught me nothing. Because when we were doing that, I still do it for fun, but, like, that was just more of, like, let's go ride around UNC Charlotte. I used to be over there at the stable too, off Back Creek Church Road too.
Okay.
And that's like 5 minutes away from UNCC, so we would just ride like to UNCC and come back.
Oh, that's not bad, man. It's not far at all.
Yeah,
but yeah, you do need a mentor sometimes. I mean, but when you don't have that mentor, you're just gonna learn from the mistakes.
Yeah.
Even when you got a mentor, it's not like the same mistakes not gonna happen. So like, but it is better when it comes to learning business. Any type of business is good to have a mentor. Like you had a mentor is your business. And like, everybody, it's always good to have that good mentor behind you, or finding somebody who's been in the game that knows it long enough. Even if you ain't find it now, like I think it's best to somehow find that person that's like genuinely cool with you and genuinely want to see you see your business do better. You know what I'm saying?
True. Because I would get advice from like people that would come and stuff and telling me like, oh, like the price of this is like too low, like telling me to up it. Yeah. But like I kept it at that price on purpose because like it's affordable for everybody, and it would give me like more clients and stuff at the end of the day. But I feel like I guess I didn't really know who to ask to when it came to like a mentor. Like I mean, I could have asked my dad and stuff like that because he got his stuff. But at that time, I didn't like I told you, I didn't know what I was going with this. It was just let's just try it out and see where it go, kind of. And it took off. I was just like, oh, all right.
Right. 704 Horsemen, bro. Is it so? Like when it come to keeping up with the stable, how hard is it to really take care of horses?
It's not, man. Like it ain't hard at all.
Feeding them,
like so, we just talking about like one horse. Okay,
just
one
like
horse,
one.
like you can get like.
Like what is your average routine for a horse a day? Like when you come in, like feed.
So
them,
just like
do
one horse,
everything?
you take them out the stall, you put them in the round pen or like the pasture, wherever you got, and you clean the stall out, because you got sawdust down, or some people like put sand down, whatever you want to put down, you put down for your horse, People got different opinions on different stuff. I just do what you want to do with your horse,
Is it like a certain best kind? People be
Man, some
arguing
people
about
be
what
like
to do?
strict, bro. I'm just like, bro, just chill.
Like, well, it gotta be sad or it gotta be this.
I'm like, if they like that for their horse, let them do that. Like, don't be over here bashing because they doing this and that. Like,
the horse ain't mad.
as long as they ain't over here, like abusing the horse and stuff like that. Like, let them, like you can always get them recommendations, but don't be trying to like flip out on somebody because they doing this and that. Like, let them be them. This is what makes them them. Like everybody's different, so let them do what they want to do. So. You clean the stall out. If the sawdust is sawdust or sand, whatever. If it's like really wet and like dark, you take it out, put more in, and then you just get hay, feed, whatever else you put. Some people put I put out alfalfa cubes with my feed, basically. Yeah, it's like compact like grass balls, like cubes or whatever. Yeah, and like it basically give them a lot of energy, but like it helps with like keeping the weight too.
Okay,
in a sense too,
like a Weight Watchers type.
Basically, yeah. Okay. So I just soak, but I usually soak those. Like I'll put that like overnight, and it come the next day, and it'll be already like bust up and like ready to mix with like the feed and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So and then I put that in the stall with the feed, the hay, and then you fill up the water bucket, and then you either can work your horse, do like lunges and groundwork or whatever with them. Groundwork is basically like I'm gonna kind of do it in the sense of like a dog, because everybody has a dog. It's like a long leash, basically. Like you get a lunge rope. It's like a long leash, and you basically just clip it onto the horse halter, and you get your whip. But you don't beat them with the whip. The whip is more just to like you make the sound to make them go. Yeah. But you do groundwork, and you just have them, walk, trot, and canter around you, like at different paces though. But you decide like how you want them to go.
So you trying to train them and just.
There's more of like
which way they want to go.
It's more of like a respect thing, like groundwork. Like when you're doing that, it makes it like you kind of bond with the horse, and it like makes them like respect you in a sense too. Like I always say, like for me anyways, whenever I'm working with a horse, like the first thing I work on is groundwork, because like if you start off with groundwork first, like once you actually get into your first ride and you put the saddle on, if you've done it enough and like right, the horse shouldn't even buck.
You got kicked off a couple horses before?
Honestly, I ain't even never been kicked.
Oh really? I mean, not kicked off, but like
I've been thrown off though.
Yeah,
I've been the 3-year-old stallion that I got, Romeo. But he's not neutered, so like he got a lot of testosterone built up. But like his thing was when he got.
What you mean, like?
Yeah, snip him.
Snip him?
Nah, I ain't neutering him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so horses that ain't like neutered, they got their private parts still.
Okay.
You call them like studs or stallions.
Oh, okay.
So, but the thing with that is, if you don't work with them, then they kind of get like, and they set in their own ways.
Is a male?
Yeah.
So why making?
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the face.
But nah, cause some like.
But I know out there
where's
in
she
Texas,
from? Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
A tall woman.
It's a stallion. Yeah.
But well, damn, like they had to say that.
Yeah. In different states and cities, like people have different meanings for stallion, but the actual meaning for that is a male horse.
Male horse.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking around now.
But when I was working like
out here, y'all.
Yeah, I love Big Meg. I don't mind.
When I was working with Romeo at first, like his thing was he would rear up. But he would rear up when he was like horny, basically. Like if he was near a female, it was like he could smell him. He would like try to rear up. It didn't even matter if I was walking or if I was on his back. If he was like near one, he would rear up. So I just had to work with him and get him out of that.
Yeah, he said it's some females around.
Yeah,
talking about. He said
but
some hoes around.
That's when I first got him though, because I wasn't really riding him like that. I was just doing like groundwork and just messing with him.
I bet horse training probably is way harder than training some dogs. So.
I mean. They weigh a lot more. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I bet.
It definitely is.
Like that's a lot. That's a lot of training. It seems like it's a lot for me, but you seem like.
But it's a fun experience though too. Yeah, because like even if it's like some stuff you don't know, like you can just look it up and then just go out there and do it with your horse.
See, I'm an animal person, but I'm not that big of an animal person. Like I like watching them and shit.
Yeah.
They kind of like
Yeah, bro.
having them and like keeping them and trying to take care of them. I see this a lot. I be like, oh,
I'm
that's
not
a
an
whole-
animal person. I tell everybody, this is my last dog, bro. I'm not an animal person, bro.
Oh,
They
Jalen
cool,
got
word. That's what's up. But taking care of them, like my dog. We talk about horse shit.
Yeah.
My dog takes shits like that. I don't want to clean.
You do got a big ass dog.
Like, who want to sit there with a bag and I can't do that, bro.
Yeah. Facts.
Like my homie Jalen got a dog. I see how much it take to take care of them, training them and feeding them. I'm like, you
I'm
really
good.
gotta like this because I
Yeah.
like animals, but I don't like them that much.
I don't.
Bro, I don't want take care of no animal, bro.
I respect you for that one, bro.
I do. This is one thing that always pisses me off. Give Shaka a bath. Nigga smelling nice. You know what I'm saying? He'll go out and just go get dirty as hell. Right after. And I'm like,
Yep.
all right.
Horses do the same thing.
See?
Yeah. As soon as they get a bath, you let them go. They're about to go roll.
Yeah, bro,
nah.
they don't like this shit.
Bro, I be hot, bro. I'm like, are you serious, dude?
That's funny, bro. That's funny.
Yeah, bro.
So, well, how many? You say you got how many horses y'all got right now?
16 in total.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of horses. So you got each day you got to take care of them, or you go.
So my dad be up there in Monroe,
Yeah.
and that's where like majority of them are. 13 in Monroe or whatever.
So
Minus
like
the people
two
that
down
like,
here?
there's people that board up there too, like basically like pay to like keep the horse up there too. But that's not like included in the 13 I just said. That's like out of there.
Thought about
But
it.
he be up there more because it's like he be having like more like the free time and stuff like that. So he be up there more up there, and I'm just at the Charlotte stable. But whenever I have like a big group, if I got like a group of like 10, I go up to Monroe.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ever thought about like racing?
Nah, that's just not. So I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it, but that's not for me.
Is the training different? Is it more gruesome? Like, do they make them do more?
The training different, and like usually the horses that they got like racing, like in those horses be like hella expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be the fast horses, like.
Yeah, so usually those be like appendix, which is like a quarter horse mixed with like a thoroughbred. It's just two different horse breeds. But usually those horses are like combined together, which makes you like a appendix horse or whatever. But yeah, they be fast.
How much we talking?
Yeah.
Like for like the people that be doing the races or like just a horse in general.
No, the expensive ones.
Probably like 20
20 what?
20K.
Damn, yeah,
For
that is
one
expensive.
horse?
Yeah.
For a racehorse.
For like a racehorse, yeah. For like a good racehorse. Because, okay, so the thing is, anybody can get a horse and say, like, oh, I got a racehorse.
Yeah.
But an actual, like, racehorse, yeah.
20K.
that's a
You
lot.
spending
I ain't gonna hold
you spending bread for, like, an actual good, like, racehorse.
What about just a regular horse in general?
A regular
like,
horse, like, if you don't
like
really...
say a fucking some rich billionaire or millionaire want a horse in the backyard and he want the best.
But the
one he
thing
can
is,
find.
though, you don't even got to be, like, a millionaire to, like, own a horse, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know people, like, now that, like, you know, like, younger kids are, like, 16, 17 that got horses or whatever. And, like, they only be paying, like, 800, like 1,000, 1,500 for like a horse
Yeah, okay.
or whatever. So like it ain't bad, but like you get what you pay for. Basically, like same thing like a like dog breeds. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
know, they
all
got
about
certain
the
bloodlines
actual-
and all that. Yeah, so you get what you pay for.
I guess
If-
some dogs they be going for like almost 10K and shit.
Yeah.
Like that. Like I'm saying, is there horses like that? Just
Yeah.
normal horses that go.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
It just depends on like what you. If you don't really care and you just want a horse, most people just gonna go and get like a little $800 horse, and like if they got like horse experience, they'll like train them up. But the person that don't know anything about a horse, you don't want to go out here and get like an $800 horse because like, okay, yeah, it's cheap, but like you got to realize you probably gonna have to train that horse.
Mhm.
So you gotta if you want to get a horse, just really research it because it's more than just like going out and riding. Like you got to be able to like if your horse gets sick or hurt, you got to be able to have that vet come out there and pay that vet bill, and you got to pay the bill for them to come out. You got to pay the bill for them to come out there, and once they come out there, you got to pay the bill for like whatever they doing. It's not like we can just go down the street and go to the hospital, you know.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
gotta pay the bill for everything.
Hop in the
Yeah.
truck.
Nah,
God.
I had to go out there and ride a horse, man. I ain't never rode. I heard it hurt your cheeks though. I don't like my cheeks.
Yeah, you got to have the right posture. Right
So
posture. It's all about the posture and leg placement, or whatever. I mean, for your first time though, if you're just walking, it ain't gonna be bad. But like if you get into like a little trot, depending on the horse, if you ride like a little Tennessee Walker, they got like a smooth gait, so it ain't all bouncy. It's just like straight. You ain't gonna be sore. But if you go out here and ride like a quarter horse or like any other breeds, for the most part, you're gonna be sore because they more bouncy.
I definitely gotta come out there one day for real.
No, you definitely got to come, man.
Definitely, we all gotta go out there and try one day.
I'll try it. I know Kenny already rolled some.
Facts. Definitely.
Gotta try it.
His name was Gary.
Gary?
Remember I was telling you earlier about Gary, who used to work there at Carvana?
Fuck.
Gary, tall, bald head. He was older.
Yeah, I do remember Gary.
That was Gary,
Yeah, I do remember. That's funny as fuck, though.
He came out there for his
did?
Anniversary. He came out there to my stable.
Oh, wow, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember Gary. Yeah, I do. That's funny. Hell yeah, I remember Gary. He was cool as shit, man.
Yeah, he was cool. Man,
That's
cool.
funny. Man, fuck that job, dude. If y'all know how we met working at Carvana together.
Damn.
And I got fired from that motherfucker, man. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You was there that day I got fired.
Yeah, I know, bro. That was too early for that, man.
Like they just walked in. They was like, "Yeah, they could go home."
Look, it was an altercation.
Actually, no. So I was there, but I walked away to go get some stuff from the office. And when I came back, bro, I seen you walking. I said, "What's going on, man?"
What did you do?
When I was young, bro, I got into a whole altercation out there and got fired, man.
It could have been prevented, but I mean,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
And I already went to them about dude, but they just Kelly didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, they didn't
to
care
them about
man.
it. So like, yeah, it just blew up. Oh shit. So yeah.
There you go. No.
So is it? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. So it just blew up, and yeah, that was it with that job. I mean, they wasn't paying shit anyway. To keep it honest, at least not for me.
Yeah, if you wasn't like a line lead or like a manager, you wasn't really getting.
He was
nothing.
getting paid like 12, I think.
Yeah, somebody was getting like 12, 15. Like for a line lead,
Yeah.
we was making what 24.
Yeah,
Oh.
So that's still okay, but like that's still not like nothing to brag about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, fuck that job.
$12.
I heard they get paid like now, starting out like 17 or 18. But yeah, when I first
I
got,
don't even know.
it was back in 20. It was some years.
That was
ago,
before
so.
COVID. That's why.
Yeah, it was right before COVID. So.
COVID happened, bro.
Everybody was getting paid 12.
15 was the dude.
I can't believe I was working at FedEx when it was paying 15, but before that, I was like, if people was working, it was paying $12 an hour. I would have been
Bro,
quit.
that's
I would've quit the
literally
first day, bro.
Yeah.
Look, what was it when I was at Walgreens? They started me at 9. I thought that shit was lit.
You feel me? I thought 12 was lit. I'm like 12. I'm up.
I was like, look, I was like, y'all can't say shit to me.
Right. Before that, I was working. I was still young, so I was working a bunch of jobs, paying $9, $10.
I mean, when you young, yeah, but like now, I'm like, if y'all paying 12, that is slavery,
Yeah, that's
bro.
slave, bro. I can't do that shit. I'm glad you got out of that shit and got your own shit going, man.
Yeah.
'Cause
So I always had a plan. No matter where I go, I always have like my plan A, like what I'm already
Same,
working
I feel
on.
you.
Even
Yeah.
if this is like I always say this too. Like if you got a business or anything you want to do, like still do that part time or whatever the full time, but like be focused on your main your main dream or plan. Like don't ever just throw that away because you got to go pay some bills and stuff.
I think is
That's
that
a
people. Yeah, I think people get caught up in that. In like you say, paying the bills and everything else, and they
Yeah.
forget about like the thing that they wanted to do mainly to make the money. And it's like all you
Yeah.
gotta do is just focus on it. Like I understand you might be broke a little bit here and there, but like you got to keep just focusing on that on your time. The time you got when you have time, focus on that because time is everything.
For real. Like I always say, people like that like make excuses. They just don't believe in themselves. Because like if you can go out here, okay, you got to pay your bills. You're working, but if you can go out here and go partying or like meet up with the friends, just drinking this and that, like that time you doing that, you could have spent like an hour or two doing what you really want to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe in that. Oh, I just ain't got time for it, or I can't afford it. You can afford it. You just don't.
You gotta make time.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to get more discipline.
Got to. That is hard discipline. Like people think discipline is not hard, but it's just it's the same as like trying to get off of an addiction. Like it's the same shit. Like you can easily fall out of your order that you got going on into like chaos almost. But when you always bring it back to that like discipline, that's just really hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the same thing.
I mean, discipline is hard to an extent, but I don't think it's as hard if you believe in yourself.
But it's definitely hard because majority of people have no discipline.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
I'm not got the best discipline. I really don't. But I'm just saying, majority look around at everybody. Majority of people do not have the best discipline. If they did, their life would probably be a different route than what people.
Or maybe just discipline in the wrong area. I guarantee you go to work every day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
true.
So there's your discipline.
And you go there on time.
Yep.
Yeah. See, me starting like my
See,
biggest
but with
weakness
that,
was
I think it's more like
That's some
people
Ivan.
like it's like bill thing. It's like money thing more when it come to that. But like when people have like a goal to like do something outside of it, they're not making the money right then. So I think that's where like the discipline of having to keep going with something. No, you're not making money off of it first, or whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be like self motivated. You gotta be even when the money not coming in, you still gotta be motivated to do it because like if you really into what you say you are, like the long term effect. If you keep going at it, like you're gonna get there. Sometimes it take longer than others, but eventually, if you put your all into it, like you gonna get there.
Something gonna happen.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you always gotta. You can't go half with it. Like you gotta go all the way because if you just going half, it's really no point to even do it. If you're just gonna go half,
it's a fact.
Yeah.
What's the point of doing it if you're gonna half-ass it, bro? Yeah. You gotta make yourself do it. It's hard though, but you gotta make yourself do it, bro.
Yeah,
yeah. Facts.
It's one of the hardest shit. Discipline, but I only say that because most people, if it wasn't so hard, bro, I feel like most people would be doing better in life. I don't know.
But mine was like time management though.
Yeah,
like that was like.
That was one
me managing my time, like it was like when you wake up in the day, the morning go by slow, but like once you actually start moving around, like you start to realize how fast like it go by.
Yes,
so like for me, like I was like planning stuff in my head, and I was okay, like I'm gonna be done by this time, do this and that and that. But then I would just be too caught up in what I'm doing, and I would forget, and it'd be about 3:00. I'm like, bro, I said I was gonna do this like an hour ago. Mm-hmm. So like for me, like I just be setting up alarms like in my phone and stuff like that, and like when that time hit, like even if I'm like 5 minutes late, I still stop what I'm doing to go do. That I don't just say like, oh, like I'll do it later. Nah, if I planned that for that day, I'm doing that.
Yeah, I feel you. That's good discipline. Right there. Yeah. I'm gonna start giving me a timer doing that shit.
For real.
I say a time, I
got a planner. I got a planner.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah, I tried the planner thing. I had tried the whiteboard, but for some reason I never fucking looked at the whiteboard. I got it and I would look at it every once in a while, but I've never was like focused on the whiteboard, bro.
Look at the notifications. Do this today. I have a list of things, be like boom, 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 boom. This is what I need to do.
And even if you ain't got like agenda, like what you need to do today, like you don't have anything to do. At least, like if you hang out with the friends or whatever, your homies or whatever, at least plan like an hour or two to be by yourself. And like you can even go to a library. You don't even gotta go to a library. You can just go out to the park or something like that and just like look up or research like what you want to do. Like first, each what I'm trying to say. Like each to get to your goal, you got to make steps and have a plan, So only way to get there is to do the first steps and just start planning it out,
That's what I did. Goddamn, me, Eric, I always be going to Starbucks and chilling and just working on shit.
Yeah.
I did today before I came here. I was chilling at Starbucks editing the music video I was trying to shoot for my homeboy.
Yeah. And no telling who you would meet, like, when you out just doing, like, you could just be doing you and you just happen to meet somebody that could, like, connect you to something else. Like, but you got to at least start doing, like, making steps to do what you want to do, man. Like, you can't make no excuses.
That's a fact.
You got to be intentional about it.
Yeah.
Because everything we want to do, we could do. We just got to go do it.
Yep.
Sit around, get lazy after a while. Like I say, people get to work in and now you caught up and worry about bills and shit. And now you're like, oh, fuck. And all you doing is working and going to sleep. Shit.
Bills is important, bro, but you just got to see past that illusion, bro. Like, they giving you a paycheck so you don't have to go for your dream.
I think the only thing with bills people don't realize is, like, bro, even when you're dead, you're going to have bills. Like, bills is going to be there, like, always, you feel me? So, like, I think focus on what you want to do first to make the money you want to make, and you don't have to worry too much about them. But
the goal is to always have a passion that can get you paid.
Exactly.
And you're set.
Yeah, find something you can monetize, man.
And if you can, find a team. Like, I mean, it ain't always possible for everybody, but, like, if you can get you a little group and y'all got the same, like, goal. Like, y'all plans could be different in general, but y'all got, like, that hustle mentality. You see your friend.
Like that's us.
Yeah. So you see your friend achieve something. If that's really your friend, you're not gonna be envious or jealous about it. Like you're gonna be happy, and that's gonna motivate you to go out there and do what you need to do.
I feel like that should motivate you. Anybody, we see your friend doing something good.
You'd be surprised, bro.
Instead of being envy about it.
Yeah.
Some niggas is not your niggas.
Yeah, nah, for real. Yeah.
That's the only thing. But yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
This nigga.
We stuck on a vape. You said what? 47 minutes. That's all right. Well, it was 6:40. We can wrap it up in a minute. You say you're trying to leave at about 7?
Yeah, about 7. Yeah.
We can talk another 10 minutes if y'all want.
I know.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's only 44 minutes.
Oh,
Still still a little early, but
Short thing.
So
take a
okay,
minute because Eric whole ass.
I got a question for y'all then.
What's up?
Since y'all do this podcast, I think it's pretty dope too. By the way, like I always said, this is crazy. I always said I wanted to be on a podcast. Like,
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
always said it or whatever. But so like, how did y'all even come together to even like?
Oh, go ahead and tell the story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really started the whole shit, but like these just the homies that I met through we met in college and shit at RC.
Okay.
And we've just been cool since then. But the podcast thing is something I wanted to do because I was always in the shit. I was trying to figure out, like, in that moment, like, you trying to figure out what do you want to do. You know, like you were just saying, like, you need to sit down and figure out what the fuck do you want to do. Yeah. And I was like in that moment because like what do I like doing the most, like. And I noticed I'm the type of nigga who just love to go chill with my homies and laugh and talk with them. I'm like, well, it's a way to do that podcasting because I've already been starting watching podcasts for them for like a couple of months, probably like 8 months or maybe. In the podcast and watching it. I was like, I think I want to do this, so that's why I started it up, and that was simple as that. But I took some shrooms first, and it really pushed me to do it. Like before then, I was just saying it, right? Like I was like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I kept telling I'm gonna do it. Like niggas like, nigga, what you gonna do? You keep saying it. I'm like, fuck, bro, you right. And then one day I took some shrooms. Like my first time, I was just chilling. Yeah, it's funny though, right? Yeah, but that's how it happened. I was just chilling, and I was like, bro, fuck this shit. I went and bought the equipment, bro, and just started the fucking podcast. So was that.
Call me the next day, nigga. We need a spot. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Because Kenny kept telling me, I was telling Kenny, I'm like, yeah, but I get on the spot, I'll do it. Because I initially wanted to do just one-on-ones, but I like the group shit. But I'm still do both. But I like the group shit because I like the group shit too. But that wasn't the plan at first. So I was like, man, fuck it. Like I might as well start it up, and it's gonna be Kenny and Eric. Like we cool as fuck. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And I hit up Eric. Hit up Kenny. He said, yeah, we got the spot, bro. Just come through here. We can record here. So hey, might as well. You feel me? It's a start, and I like it. So
you ever thought about doing like mukbangs?
Mukbangs? No.
Sitting there just eating.
Man, no, man.
Hey, my fat ass. I could eat some food now. I can eat some food now. Goddamn.
Nah, but I just wanted it to be something different. Like how everybody usually have like their own niche of things they talk about. So like, I'm into a lot of different shit, and I don't mind talking with anybody about anything.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was always a nigga in school, but I could went and talk to like some hood street nigga and then go talk with the kid who like to read books in the corner all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was always that type of person, so I was like, nigga, I could definitely do this. I talk with anybody. Like, people always judge people off of looks and everything like that, but I'm always been a person who looked at like where a person come from and everything and how they become. So like I usually try not to judge them off.
Peel back the layers.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's
man.
like I've always done that with everybody. So like anybody new I meet, whoever they a street guy or what people call a nerd or whatever they do, it's like I always look at them as a person first and like where they come from and shit like that. And that's how I go off.
Just like let them show you like who they are.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah,
exactly.
Hey, I'm about to clip that last minute that you just said and put some motivational music on.
Funny, bro. Oh yeah, but it was hard. It was that hard starting this shit up at first.
Okay.
The editing shit was though, because we had iMovie, man. Fucking iMovie sucks.
It's the best software ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can't go wrong with that CapCut.
I had to go ahead and get that Adobe Premiere, man. I was like, man, fuck this. So, and learning that is coming crazy. I'm trying to do the music videos too now. So I've been shooting videos for my homie Chavo and just trying to learn how to edit that shit. And I'm getting somewhat good at it, but it is difficult. But I like doing it. It's tedious. It's like how you like fucking horses. Like I wouldn't want to sit there and take care of horses all day, to be honest. I wouldn't mind going though. Like I would love to go see a horse and maybe ride one and shit. But like taking care of it, it's not my thing. But, like, it's passionate for you though.
Yeah, I love doing it, but I also love like when the people come. It's like I get to know their background and stuff like that too, because people just be coming from all over. So like I was telling y'all like off camera, like I met some people I probably wouldn't even have met like if it wasn't like because of the horse stuff.
That's kind of crazy. That's the same thing I said with this podcast. Like even though I wanted to like you know to be like my main source of income one day or something like that because I like talking. But it was the main reason was to bring people together and like to have people who don't like each other or who's not into something that another person's into to sit down and have a convo.
Yeah.
Because most people are not like like I said, like a street nigga not finna talk to no nerd dude or they think is a nerd or something or a lame or something. You feel me? It's like, why not? Like you missing out on so much stuff by being a dickhead.
Yeah, for real.
Missing on so much opportunities and just meeting a person who's probably genuinely a nice person or a cool person. But since they're not in what you call your lane or something, you don't see him as a person you should talk to. And I feel like that's bad.
It is.
For people in general, even just humankind, bro. Like, you see, we finna nuke each other and shit.
Oh yeah, y'all have your shelters ready? Are y'all ready? For
I don't know. I'm trying to get my shelter ready, bro. I don't know about you, but everybody was laughing at the preppers. You ever watched the preppers show?
Oh yeah.
Nah, I ain't.
You never seen it before? Nah. It's like the show where they have people who prep for like doomsdays or whatever.
They have like
call.
bunkers.
Oh
under
yeah,
their
I
house.
have seen that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but everybody was laughing at them, but I don't know. We might really need that shit.
Be out there.
I met one, bro. Like,
You met a prepper before?
yeah, bro, and they're dead ass. Like, they're for real, bro.
If I could meet a prepper, bro, and have one come on here, dude, I would love to talk. I don't think they're crazy, bro. Like I say, even though we live this nice life and shit, but you gotta remember, this shit wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
Majority of it was never like this. Like, it was always fighting for food and shit and trying to survive and shit. Like, that could go back to that any time.
Hey,
you feel
look,
me?
the way it's looking right now, y'all better learn Russian.
Oh, Kenny. What's some Vladimir Putin? He gonna fuck with you though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen. You know
Yeah, give him a beer. Blue Moon. See how he
Yeah, bro. That's Belgian. I don't know. I drink some vodka with his ass.
That's your favorite beer, huh? Blue Moon.
Yeah, bro. Let me get sponsored by them one day.
Blue Moon is alright though. I ain't gonna
It
lie.
is alright. It's alright.
I like that apple the cider though. Apple shit. The ostrich.
Angry Orchard?
Yeah, Angry Orchard. I always say ostrich.
Bro, I don't know if it was Jordan Peterson. I forgot who said this, but
Oh, you know, I'm sorry to cut you off.
yeah.
It was Marcus and Deric who said, you owe me a 6-pack of Blue Moon, nigga. I had to bring that shit in there.
He love Blue Moon. Yeah, I got you, bro.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, y'all stupid. What you about to say about Jordan Peterson?
Now with Jordan Peterson, I hope he was the right guy, but I don't know. It's like a podcast clip, and what Jordan Peterson was talking about, he was talking about the homeless people. And the reason I'm bringing up the homeless people, because we just talking about like them preppers and Doomsday. He said, bro, like, nobody be paying attention to them homeless people, but if shit hit the fan, they gonna be the only niggas that's gonna know how to survive. That sound funny, but it's like,
sound funny, but
it's the truth, bro.
I mean, they might not be the only niggas, but I guess they probably will survive more because they already been learning.
They already know how to do it right now.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's facts. That's facts. But that's true though, bro. Like, if something did happen, like say the power grid went out, which could happen any time. You feel me? No, people would have no power, no electricity, nothing. Like, nobody would know how to cook food or anything.
Nah, I know how to cook. I know how to fish.
You know how to
I
fish?
got my horse.
Yeah, okay. Look,
Hey, look. I got my fishing rods. I got my horse.
Yeah.
I'm getting around. I got my kayak, so if I need to go out in the middle of the lake to go fishing, I'm good.
Like
Like
old buddy off that show. What is it? They ride the horse, the zombie show.
Walking Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, they hop out, came down on the street with the horse and shit.
Yeah, nah, see, some shit like that happen, I'm done.
but that's crazy though that most people will be done. Like, that's just not
most
good.
Most people will
bro.
be done.
Like,
people don't understand.
I can garden. I can do shit like that.
oh, okay.
Like, I got a green thumb for some fucking reason.
Like, motherfuckers be
take care
laughing
of
at me
plants.
when I say something about a rock coming hitting the earth. But hey, that shit can really happen.
Yeah, that's the least of my worries. That's the least of my worries, bro.
That is least of my worries too. Because if it do hit, nigga, we dead. Fuck it.
Bro,
I'm pretty sure something will happen before a rock hits, but a rock, that's possible though.
Yeah.
Something, but
Cordyceps.
What?
huh?
Cordyceps, man. It's a fungus.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
shit.
right.
That's pretty bad.
What is that?
It's the whole premises of what The Last of Us is based off of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about a fungus that the one that usually attacks insects and how it started getting into people.
Oh, that sounds a little something familiar. I ain't gonna say the name.
Yeah, you be canceled.
It could be canceled.
Did
They say
y'all
it started with bats.
Did y'all hear about the incident that happened? I think it was like in like China or something like that. But it was
Well,
like robots.
Before you say anything, when you talk about the vid, just say vid. Yeah, if you about to bring it up, I didn't know if you was.
Nah,
Okay, because they can't. They took my show
They did?
down for saying talking about the vid.
the vid. No, it was about like where like robots was like attack.
No, I never. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, nah. So it was like they had these robots like in a lab, and like the robots, like they lost control. Well, they never had control. They were like they was thinking for themselves and everything, but they turned and started attacking all the scientists and stuff in the lab.
This is
and
real.
Yeah, it's real. And one of the robots was like looking like in the computer, like hacking to the computer, was like trying to figure out how to like reboot itself and build itself stronger before they like killed it.
I've not heard this. Where did you hear this?
Bro, you gotta send
I
it.
got it.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
I know you're not lying because, bro, like, I don't want nobody to be shocked. They've been telling us, like, this what will happen if you try to go crazy with artificial intelligence.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
it's not.
I think they're going to, like I say, bro, you know, I be into, like, shit like fucking in the mind shit, like astral projection and all that crazy mind shit. And this dude one time said that when he went in a coma, he went to, like, earlier in the future or whatever, and, like, everything was run by AI. Like, it was, like, a city center hub of, like, where the AI is at, and it kind of, like, runs the whole city type shit. And I feel like that could be something that happens here. I mean, Elon said that shit.
Yeah.
He would like a city run by AI. Like, I think that's pretty crazy. You feel me?
Sounds good on paper.
It
I
did.
guess, but no, nigga.
I mean, it's already started. Like, this is just a small shit, like smart technology and shit like that, phones. But they're gonna pipe up, bro.
Like, you can control your house through your phone.
Yeah,
That's not good, bro.
Like, that's not good. I said the same thing about electric cars. I'm like, bro, police finna be pulling everybody over by just shutting their car off. Like,
They can already do that. Like,
Yeah.
no, like, there's
like an EMP, shut that bitch
you can
down.
already shut your technology down like that, your cars and all that.
That's crazy. But shit, I think about to wrap this up here. 6:51. So,
I'm gonna get some wings, man.
yeah, man, I'm so glad Marcus came through, man. We was always cool at work. We used to talk shit about how we hated
that
that
was my
motherfucker.
boy.
Yeah.
There's my boy though, for real.
Hell yeah,
man.
we was always cooling over there.
They was always on your case, but I always had your back, man.
Hell yeah. No, they did not fuck
They
with me.
was, bro.
Fuck with me like that.
I'm like, well, he do good on my line, man. Keep him over here, like he good, man.
no, it was
He's
an
straight.
old buddy who got fired who really ain't fuck with me like that.
Yeah.
You know why? That shit was funny. Let's not getting all that. But yeah, thanks for coming through, man. You shout out like your page and where they can reach you at, website if they want to get in touch with you.
Appreciate y'all for having me. You can find me. You can Google me, 704Horsemen, .net. My website will pop up, or you can just Google 704Horsemen, and the Instagram and Facebook will pop up.
Yeah, so everybody go check that out. I'm probably gonna have to go there sometime this month. I'm gonna really try to go through there.
You gotta come.
Yes,
All y'all gotta come. What you mean?
Yeah. We got a little Instagram segment or some shit for real. So we'll definitely talk about that for real after.
Cool.
But yeah, that's it for this episode, man. It's Whatever Podcast here with Deric Swain, the gang, and our guest Marcus, and shout out Queez for being the camera dude in the back. He up there tired. But, all right, that's it. Oh, I forgot the clap, man. I can still.